This may sound like just another routine courtroom call, but don't be fooled. What starts as a standard child support hearing is about to spiral into something far more revealing. Pay attention, because in cases like this, the smallest details can decide someone's freedom.
Next, I would like to call 13 FA 106 and raise the support of GNA, CGA, BBR with Miss Nicole Seward.
Ms. Seward, please come forward. All right. We will go on the record in the matter 13 FA 106, State of Wisconsin versus, no, actually, it's in raise support or maintenance of all of the children. We're set here today in the matter for child support sanctions hearing. Ms. Seward appears in person without counsel. We have Corporation Counsel Stephanie Thomas Schmidt in person, along with Child Support Agency. Ms. Seward, do you understand you have the right to an attorney? Is that a yes?
Yes.
And for today's purposes, you are representing yourself?
Yes.
Can you speak into the microphone
Yes,
just a
we
little
need the
bit, please?
microphone way closer to you. Okay,
Yes.
yes. All right. And so do you know why you're here today?
Yes.
And have you had conversations with the Child Support Agency?
No.
Okay, why not?
I haven't.
Move the micro, like eat it right there in your face.
I tried to talk to her for a minute earlier, but otherwise no.
Okay, Ms. Thomas Schmidt, what are you requesting and what is the basis for the request?
Your Honor, as a way of history, Miss Seward, when we filed for contempt, Miss Seward was in warrant status for 11 months prior to being sanctioned after having been found in contempt. Since her sanction hearing on September 10th, Miss Seward was under an order to pay her support or do work searches. Miss Seward has made one $60 payment, so one week worth of payment since October 1st. And we've received no work search forms. Miss Seward did indicate that she didn't realize that they weren't getting to us. I'm not sure where she was sending them or how she was sending them, but we have received no work searches. So she is over $1,000 short on her purge since her sanction date.
Let's break that down. Over $1,000 behind. Let's break that down. Over $1,000 behind, almost no payments, and 0 documented job searches. In legal terms, that's a pattern of non-compliance, and judges take that personally. So ask yourself, is this inability or just inaction?
There has not been indication of employment. There's not been an indication that we'll start to see funds. There's not been an indication of working toward employment or attempting to come into compliance with the order. Her sentence is for 15 days. I'm trying to double check if she has credit. I believe she has some credit towards that 15 days. I am requesting that the stay be lifted and Ms. Seward serve the remainder of her sentence.
You understand that, Ms. Seward?
Yes.
Now, are you currently residing on Hayden Lake Road
Yes.
and telephone ends in 8460?
Yes.
Have you been doing the work searches?
Yeah, I was gonna bring them, but I forgot them on the bed this morning.
That doesn't help your cause
I
any.
know.
Have you had any luck finding a job?
I don't have an ID, so that kind of,
Why don't you have an ID?
my license is revoked.
You don't have any kind of ID?
No.
Do you know you can go to the DMV and just get an ID?
Yeah, but they're not open today.
No, but they've been open since September of 2025.
I know,
Why haven't you done that sooner?
because it takes gas to get to Siren and a ride, and I don't have a vehicle.
It takes gas for law enforcement officers to pick you up too.
I know, but I made it to court.
made it to court, but you haven't done any of your purge.
I understand.
And we're talking about 3 kids here who have not been receiving support. And you're not even making an effort to show that you are even trying to support them.
I forgot my work searches, but I have been doing them.
Okay, so you've been doing them, but you haven't been doing them in compliance with the purge and be providing them to child support, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Did you tell child support that you have been sending them, but they just haven't received them?
I didn't know they weren't getting them
How were you sending them?
by mail.
I'm gonna guess you don't remember the address you sent them to.
The county?
Send it to the county address? Yes?
Yes.
And did you say child support agency?
Child support, yes.
Said child support with the county address?
Yes.
And you sent
But
them,
whether it made it past the mailbox on the property or not, I don't know.
where they went from the mailbox?
Like, I don't know if the owner of the property left them in there or not.
Oh, if they were taking your mail out of the mailbox, you think?
Yes,
Trying to sabotage you?
yes.
Huh. That's something. So Ms. Thomas Schmidt, are you asking that it be lifted today and that she set the time today?
Yes, and I did find she does have 4 days credit.
4 days credit. Ms. Seward, I'm not hearing anything
That you want to hear?
in your favor.
I understand.
I'm trying and I really want to. Because I'm not seeing any effort, no effort. So what's going on? What do you do all day? What's your normal day? When do you get up? Okay, I see that you're crying. I'm seeing that you're having a reaction, an emotional reaction to what's going on. And I'm not sure if it's your life and what's going on that you're having the reaction with, or if it's the fact that you know that you're going to jail. I'm gonna guess the latter.
So paying child support, wouldn't I have the right to see my kids and or have contact with them?
That's a totally different matter.
But it's kind of
Not one and
relevant.
the same. You, just because you pay child support doesn't mean you get to see the kids. That's a totally different motion. You have to file it in a different court. I'm the same judge, but it's a different court. Just like if you weren't paying child support, the other parties and or the child support can't come to this court and say, she's not paying child support. She cannot see those kids. I can go, doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with it. One or the other,
Got it.
doesn't matter. So
Okay.
just because you're not paying child support doesn't mean you don't get to see the kids. Even if you were paying child support, it doesn't mean you can see the kids. That's a totally different motion you have to file.
Okay.
Okay?
Is there any way to keep from going to jail? Is there something I could do today to prove that I am trying?
I'm gonna guess it would have to be a big payment.
Yikes.
Correct.
Community service?
Can't
I
community
know.
service child support away.
Well, okay.
And how am I gonna order you to do community service if you can't have gas to get to the DMV to get an identification? How can I say 20 hours of community service in the next 2 weeks? And you would need gas to get there. You haven't had gas since September 2025. What I'm hearing.
I understand.
I'm really trying. I'm trying to see what's your normal day. What time do you get up in the morning? What do you do during the day? What occupies your time? Where do you go?
Just try to live every day.
You get up and watch Netflix?
Don't have TV, don't have power.
Then what do you do with your time every day?
Not really anything. You can't do anything when you don't have anything.
So you just sit in silence all day long, every day.
Not really, but kinda.
I don't believe you. Even if you are living in a place without electricity, A, you gotta have heat, and B, you gotta do something. A person just can't sit in a chair or on a couch and do nothing all day with nothing.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't know. You're giving me absolutely nothing. You're giving me nothing to be able to work with or to see that you're making a effort. I need a effort, one effort, an effort, just one, one. And I can't even find one effort. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't believe that somebody's been trying to sabotage you and taking your mail out of the mailbox.
Yeah, I've even moved to a different town, so I would be in town to try to get a job, and that did not work out in my favor. So I wound up back to where I was.
I don't know what to say. I just see no effort, and that's the thing.
That.
I can withhold jail if I see an effort, if I see you're trying, if I see that but for the fact that you aren't able to make money, you can't pay your child support, but it's.
And there it is, the final ruling. Jail time effective immediately. Not because she owed money, but because the court saw no effort to comply. In the eyes of the law, trying matters. And today, that's what cost her freedom.
Beyond your control and it's impossible. I'm not seeing any of that. I'm trying to.
But
So based on that, I am going to lift the stay. 15 days of jail to be served immediately, 4 days of jail credit. You're going to need to be taken into custody and you're going to need to sit your time. We're adjourned. Ms. Pulaski.